Hi everyone, just bringing you daily update for BTC SOL market cap, liquidity, monthly close today too, so the important day. So to start with our 30-day liquidity, we've got still more longs, on BTC. People have gone a little bit more towards the shorts on SOL for the 30-day. Mostly that's starting to rebalance because we've been coming back and taking out some of those longs. If we look at 7-day, as you can see, everyone's starting to get a little bit bearish. And if we look at 1-day, you can see a much greater, everyone's very bearish, which is more to say that people were very, very bullish, but they're starting to open their short positions, and all the longs are actually getting taken as the price is looking pretty weak at the moment. So some of these areas down to about 168 on the 1-day. I think you may even see them before we get to tomorrow. It's hard to say at this stage, but the price is definitely looking pretty weak. And when I show you some of the charts, we can get a bit of an idea about what it's doing and where it's going. That's our liquidity. So if we look at SOL, let's look at SOL. Let's start. Okay, let's start here. Let's actually start with the monthly, because this is kind of the most important close. Now, there's been a lot of sell pressure kicking in the last few hours to really drive the price down from this level up here. Closing over that level would have been really good. Like, we could have just taken a bounce and gone for all-time highs as a target, or at least target the break level up here, around that 230s. So what we are going to get almost certainly after close of today is we're going to get a new hold level down here. So then there will be some kind of interaction between the hold level and the new trend. So this trend will shift from here, which it currently is. So so we are having a trend break today on the monthly, which is half good. The half that's not good is the fact that it moves there, and we will be under it. So we're having a trend break, but we're repositioning our trend resistance. As such, with a hold level and new trend resistance, we should see some kind of dip and pump, or pump and then dump. So whatever you see, if it's a dump, you can probably be buying it. If it's a pump, definitely be fading it, because it's we are going to be in that area of support and resistance again on the monthly, and we probably can't get out of that really. Realistically, we can't sustainably get out of that for another month, based on where it is. We do have an hour to go, so you never know. We might get a magical scam pump and get up over this level. Stranger things have happened in the last hour of a day before, but that's where we are there. So if we sort of narrow this down to the daily, you can see they're looking to break the daily range. They're looking to break the daily trend. So the only reason you do that is to come back here and retest these untested levels. So certainly that brings confluence to these 160 areas that are sitting here in wait. If we come through and have a look at what's happening on the 2-day close, the candle's trying to position itself so that the next one can open on the wrong side of the trend, and then that would give us the ability to come back and test any of these untested levels, like here again at 168. It would have been very nice to have just dipped through there, done that, and gone back up. Could still happen in the next hour. Maybe we punch down there, then go back up and target the hold level up here at 186. But as it stands, if it hovers here, it'll open on this side. If it opens on this side, then the reverse of that trend becomes resistance. It's not broken until you get a hard close under that scenario, but it is making it harder for it to go back up. So yeah, we're just waiting, I guess, to see how we close here. Meanwhile, it looks like Bitcoin's still just looking to go down. And on the 4-day, we've retraced back underneath the trend on the 4-day, so this is pretty normal. The body was on the trend. We never managed to get a yellow candle here, so therefore we're retracing back down. We've got this untested break level here again at that 168, so we're definitely looking at that. and we've got hold levels down here in the 150s. So we also potentially could reject the underside of that trend. If we close another candle, we'll spend another 4 days down here. We're definitely heading down to these 150s. So just keep that in mind with any of your positions that you're looking at. The monthly is retracing back under trend. Again, this is pretty normal behavior. It usually happens right near the end of the time frame, but we were overextended above monthly trend there on Bitcoin, and so that's coming back down underneath as well. So the next one's going to open underneath. Potentially there'll be some resistance, and it's very likely we'll come back down and test this 110 probably pretty soon, looking at that. The daily on Bitcoin, it's definitely losing its range trends. So these trends that are coming through here have been lost. It's pulling back underneath the unbroken daily resistance. And again, we've got these levels down here, 111, 110, that need to be retested. So looks like we're going to have some blood on the streets. But buying opportunity, that's what it is. So the 2-day is going to lose its interior trend. It may still actually get a bounce off the exterior. So they might drag this out a bit longer. It's crazy because it's evident, what they want to do. It's just, I think they need to do it when no one's expecting it. That way they can catch more people out. So whether that happens now or whether they use this 2-day trend to bounce up and then come down, but you can sort of see what they're doing. They're breaking supports and looking to retest untested levels. And the 4-day, which is going to open on the wrong side of trend, same sort of untested levels. So pretty much all the charts, all the time frames are kind of pointing at the same place right now, which really just means it's a matter of when. And the 53-day pulling back down under trend as well. The reason I just want to show you this one is the 53-day actually has a trend retest and a hold level down here at 96k, which is a bit scary because if it rejects off the back of that, currently we are thinking we should see 110, but there is one time frame here now that's got a very good case to go see 96. So just bear that in mind. If the price is looking super weak and you're looking to get an entry, if it does dip to 110, just chuck a low time frame trend on it, follow the trend down, wait for it to break, maybe a decent break, a 1 hour, 4 hour shift in market structure before you enter, just in case that the real game is to make everyone think 110 and then come here. So total market cap, we're rejecting the break, so we've pulled back down under the break level. This is actually really bad. It's overextended from the interior trend. We have a hold level down here at 300 trillion, and we're pulling back down under the break. So we have a range trend, we have the existing monthly trend, we have a retest possibility, we have a hold level, and we're rejecting the break level. So you could see 50 trillion get wiped off here in some kind of dip. So keep a bit of an eye on that one from the higher time frame. And from the lower time frame, down here on the 2-day, we haven't actually broken that trend. We haven't technically lost this range trend. We've got untested levels down here that need to be tested. So down here, 320s, etc. But it does look like they're potentially trying to position this so that the next candle can open on the wrong side. So, and that's a required stepping stone if you want to go down. So, and on the 4-day, we're going to open on the wrong side of the trend. Now the trend will shift to there. The candle is either, if it goes up a bit, we might get a bounce. If it goes down a bit, it'll be on the wrong side of the trend. It'll be looking to come down. So structurally, leading into close, I guess in summary, it's looking pretty bearish. The options for going down are just getting more and more confluence to them. The options for going up are they're there, but yeah, if we start opening candles on the wrong sides of trends, with untested levels below, then I think it's fair to say that you should fade the pumps and expect the dump. And yeah, so just a quick one really for today. Levels I'm looking at for entry are still, so on SOL, still looking at those entries long term around the 150s. Looking at rejections probably if we get back into the 187 to 200 range, looking for potential rejections there. The slightly shorter term, we might get to see a bounce off things like 168, which could potentially take us up to that sort of 184, 186 area on SOL. And for larger positions on Bitcoin, still waiting. I want to see if we lose these trends. And if we do lose these trends, then I'll be expecting us to head to 110. And then it's about what kind of potential FUD is present at the time. Is it a fast drop? To be really bullish, because you can be bullish in a dump. It's just you want to see a fast drop and a fast recovery. The idea of shifting liquidity, if we go back and look at the liquidity chart there, the idea of shifting the balance of liquidity and trending up is that you don't want people to get into positions in the dip. You want them to be getting back into positions when you're already rising from the dip. And that way, instead of liquidity being, say, down here, the long liquidity suddenly becomes here. And now you're moving up step by step by step. And that's the best way to do it. So it's why in a bull market you get these fast flushes and then a quick recovery. And then as everyone reopens their longs, their liquidation levels are now at a higher price point than where they were when they last got liquidated. So we want to see some of that sort of action start to happen. And we did see a little bit of it last night. We sort of, on SOL, we had a pump up into 182 area, and then we had a really fast dump. And that was sort of, we want to see that, but we just want to see that happening on bigger time frames, not on the low time frame stuff. So quick dips, fast squeezes, longs jump back in, but they're at a higher price point. And then we keep going and keep going and keep going, rinse and repeat that until we get to what will probably be the eventual top. But yeah, hopefully that's given some people some insights into what I'm seeing. I'm still short from 202. I've got a small long, which I've been building. I TP'd some of it when we came up here. I've just started re-adding it. I'm more or less just treating it like taking partials, putting in, taking partials. I probably won't put anything really big onto a long until that 168.3 level, because I think that is potentially what they're going to use to push up into the resistance, do a bit of a short squeeze, and then reject from the higher time frame trends to come down to the 150s. So yeah, I think that this will potentially still bounce up and then down, but we'll see. So either way, shorts still open, longs starting to build, and see where we go from here. All good, all right? And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And we'll do some more updates later in the day. And I think we're up to about 140 subscriptions now. So goal is 500. It's a nice round number. Not that you should ever trade round numbers in trading, but yeah, keep clicking those buttons. Cheers. Bye.